Proverbs 4:23 says, guard your heart, because everything you do flows from it. When we look at the things that we have experienced in life, all of those things are in our hearts. And we have either healed from them or we have not. And so when we have not healed from those issues, they continue to come to the heart surface. We can move from one relationship to another, but those issues continue to be in our hearts. So we have to be willing to forgive, to let go of offenses, to let go of all the resentment, anything that hinders us from being in a right relationship with the Lord, because the Lord encouraged us to forgive 70 times, 7 times, right? So we have to be willing to take inventory all the time on what we are struggling with, on areas where maybe we thought we'd forgiven but we hadn't, because the Holy Spirit will always reveal to you the things that you need to deal with. He convicts us and he just reveals those things because he is our helper. And he is also there to comfort us when we need him. So my question to you is, have you been in a situation where you have been oversharing? And because you have been oversharing, it made you uncomfortable around that person after some time? Have you created walls, or have you maintained or established healthy boundaries? Because when you are in a situation where you are not guarding your heart, things such as oversharing will come. Things such as walls will come, and not healthy boundaries. And are you taking time to get to know someone, or are you trusting someone immediately? We have to be willing to trust the Holy Spirit to lead us and to guide us on who he is calling us to have relationships with, because we know that realistically we don't have a lot of time. We can have acquaintances, but we cannot have everyone as our friend. When it comes to expectations, what are your expectations of people? Do you expect people to do more for you and less for yourself, or do you expect a healthy balance? It's important to be able to maintain those things in relationships so that you are not in a state where you're constantly trying to forgive people, or in a state where you're constantly having emotional entanglements because of those things. And are you depending on people more than you are depending on the Father? Those things are important as we grow, that we know that we depend on our Father and we do not depend on human beings in that way. Now, it's important to have healthy relationships where you help each other, where you support one another. Those things are crucial in relationships. But when there is an unhealthy balance, things such as offense, unforgiveness, and resentment will come. Another thing is trust. Do you trust people, or do they trust you? What have you believed about relationships? Those things are important as you begin to heal your heart. And as the Holy Spirit reveals those things to you, you have to be willing to pray into those things and let go of all offenses, unforgiveness, and resentment. So I pray that the Lord will help you as he heals the brokenhearted and binds up the wounds. And he also wants to create in each and every one of us a clean heart and to renew a right spirit within us. So that's my encouragement for you today. Take inventory of your heart. Have a blessed day.